Hello and welcome, as it is the 13th day of November 2020, end of another week, and this is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and of the like within each his own risk and their own reward. This is a Fibonacci update within the silver US dollar market. The lines on the screen represent Fibonacci retracement, and it's all going to be exponential Fibonacci as I calculated. High divided by low to the exponent of the roots that I'm looking for, multiply the row. In this case, 0.764, 0.618, 0.382, highest to lowest. So at 0.762, that means a 23.6% correction is what this has been doing. Now, I really do hate to be nitpicky within this exact information, and when I say I hate, I actually kind of like to be. But when you have a situation like this where it comes down and it breaks below the key Fibonacci as it did here on September the 23rd, and then piercing above like it did and such, and then coming up to an area of resistance that it was supposed to be, and it didn't do so, with another opportunity to break down here on October the 29th, not doing again and such. And even again, from what we can see, there was a down day on November the 9th, but 3 days of going sideways, and now it's breaking up higher. I mean, for this, these are the type of situations where, I'm going to be very concerned for all those people shorting the market. And when I say I'm concerned, I'm not. But I do think that this is going to have a good chance of having a phenomenal move. Now, as far as the short term is concerned, we've seen a situation of this high to this low. And that's like nothing of a move, really. It's just this little bit in here, this little thing. But it is a lot of a move because it means a lot. It means that last time when it broke out, had its instant failure, really, and hasn't broken down again, and it's thus looking like successful correction within the 18, that things are going to be heading pretty good. But as far as some key Fibonacci mathematics, I could do high here, divided by the low, which is this in here, and then to the root of the key numbers, which I've already done within my calculator. Let me just bring it back up again. Here we go. So the high is $26.13.5, and the low is $23.60. And the key numbers come in that of, well, these four here. I'm going to ignore these four for this example because I use up and down targets in specific situations. And to use an up target here, I'd have to just do a little quick calculation. I'm not going to do it. But actually, I will do it. But with that being said, first number is 2418. So let's take a look at how these markets have been playing through. But I want to use a different market. Thus, I kind of have different prices on here, which is something that I just thought of as well. So I'm not going to... I'm just wondering, does it look different? Okay, why is this not changing? There we go. This is other lines I drew in right before. So let me just go back to what I had as it was. Just because I'm using these particular numbers, and silver's got different numbers all the time anyway. When you look at this exchange, that exchange, the silver spot price versus the Forex, and then the SLV, and then what you buy, the actual real physical, and then this particular coin over that particular coin around, can make things much different. But at least using these particular numbers, I'm just going to show you the general. At first I thought, okay, I'm going to draw the lines in. No, and then I thought, yeah, I'm going to draw the lines in. I'm not going to. But at 2418 within this exchange in here, this is an area that's been support. It came up to this area here originally as, well, an area where it could have found resistance, and it pierced below it a few times and last here to this support hit test, but not resistance, but support. Now the next one has been resistance, 2454. As we look at 54 in here, we can see that it's pretty much an exact hit. High is 58, so a micro pierce extra, which is to be expected, I suppose. But I do see that this is a breakout amongst that point. So this is a statement that we're heading to 61.8. So 25.11. I'm just going to say I'm really bad at memorizing numbers. Yeah, that's how bad I am. I was so confident it was 25.11, it's 25.14. But 25.14 amongst this exchange, oh, so close to memorizing it. I'd be looking for price action to make a move up to this point. Now, what happens first? Do we just make a move here without really pulling back much next? Or maybe do we come back in here again? If not, this would be a failed break. I'd be looking for at least a retest of a pierce below 24. And I mean, a lot of this is just like a lot of the short-term kind of stuff. So in calculating the Fibonacci upside, what I like to do is I like to take a key level, which is like a key range, and move like this. I want to know what the 61.8% move is, which is that of the 24.54 down. So let me just do 26.14 divided by 24.54. And I want that to the root of 1.618, multiply the low of 24.5 or so. 27.18 is the level I'd be looking at on a break of this resistance within this time frame. I'm looking at the hourly. And transitioning to the next set, I guess I'll call this midterm because I'm going to do even more longer term there after this. And what we have here is a retracement from this high to this low. 38.2%, representing $20.28, which of course blasting through that level, resisting the 61.8%. For a move to be a failure within the retracement, it's really got to take out and just destroy this number here. So holding, staying above it for a while, and just really crushing the number, getting well past 35 and a third, are two ways of doing such. And now we see it, okay, so we have resistance, one of those spots where we talk about, oh, it's both bullish and bearish to go down, and well, it's going to go down. I don't think it's going to be bearish, of course, but amongst this key Fibonacci point, I do find it nice and cool how it's reacting towards the way that it is, but the more often you test resistance, the more likely it is you take it out. So as you're just steamrolling above this on the monthly, as we can see here, it wasn't that big of a move, but it's an okay size, 2 consecutive decent sized green candles up. After it's already up 3 periods out in a row, and thus it was a little overextended. And I do really emphasize, I think, the word little. But on its next move up to 28.50, it's not going to be anywhere near as overextended before. I mean, the equivalency to here being, okay, we're at like 28.58, look how high it's up, it's got to go down. It's like if this just keeps going up to this like 35 and a third, then you'd be like in the next the next few months. So really by early January, or by the Super Bowl, basically, and just a few periods on the monthly. Now, as we can see here, there's more data we got. We have a situation where we had Fibonacci from this low and this high. And then changing back up just more data, I can see that there's a low here at 354. But, I mean, although tough to see here, I want to take the highest of the key highs, but we have this high in here. So now let's go 50 as a high and $3.50 as a low. Now the reason why I'm going 5,000, I would basically say it's 5,000 cents because I made this computer automatically round the numbers, and I do want to see what the individual pennies would be. So in the case here, it's that of, well, the first one would have been, oh, how do we do at 656 in here? Well, 656 represented this area of resistance, and it did in here, okay. And then after that, we come up to 9 2/3. An area of 9 2/3, which is blasted by later supporting. And so if you get past that, okay, next move, concise move to next key level. Next key level comes in at 1810. And well, there's the 1810 in here. Okay, that's just how it is. Back to that level, back to the 1810. So you break resistance, next key level. After that, 2669, which would be roughly in here. And that's pretty much the general area where it is now. What was the high we got up to? 26 recently, that is. 29, yeah. Piercing extra, which is something that it seems to like to do. But I can even go further amongst the Fibonacci. Why don't we take the Fibonacci from this low here, which is like $1.33. I even $1.25. I was gonna say I got $1.25 on my numbers. I think maybe $1.27 maybe, as if it's gonna make really any difference. So we went from point A low, which was like 1971, 1972, point B high, January 1980. We have still yet to escape retracement mode until it either can go way down here or break resistance. And I think it's going to escape it on the break of resistance relatively soon, especially because I'm talking the most long term I can now. But the 23.6 number is $3.02, an area in which it never went to. So it never did have a 76.4% correction. $5.17. This general area here, which it supported at this period, supporting it again, resisting it, and then breaking out above it. Hasn't seen that area since it's lifted off from it. After 517 was 1229. And 1229. This area here, so we had a little bit of resistance at it originally, and obviously this is where it's supported. So a major level of resistance was support through the last half of the last decade. Okay, wait, Bitcoin Cash Fork coming up soon. I'm just reading a thing on my computer right now. November 14th. I mean, this is just new information that's just being from my computer that you can't see. Okay, anyway, sorry, but that's not even the subject to this video. I'm going to read more. I'm almost done this video anyway, so I'll read it when I'm done it. Why is Bitcoin Cash not moving really then? Okay, anyway, 2101, 76.4. Really, what you need to see is for it to hold and stay above the 61, like 1229 for a significant period of time. Check mark. You have key low, key high. You hold the 61.8 down. Now you want to hold the 38.2 down. So it held this for a bit of time. Now it held this. So it left it this, boom, off to previous high of this one. So now with the match of this one, I don't like the chances, of course, that it's going to do it. Now, as far as upside Fibonacci is concerned, I'm going to do the same thing. I could take this 517 number. So I want to do 5,000 divided by 517, which is pretty much 10. I'll even put like just, so 10 to the root of 1.618. Multiply that to 500, we'll say. So an up target of like 207. Man, we'll see what happens. I expect it to go much more significantly higher than that, but of course the market will do what it needs to do. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.